In this video, we're going to have a look at how to use the trigonometry ratios to find a missing side of a right angled triangle. So the 4 steps to find a missing side in the right angled triangle. The first step is going to be to decide if you want to use sine, cos or tan. And remember, SOHCAHTOA will help you with your decision making. The second step is going to be to write the formula for either sine, cos or tan, depending on what you decide to use. The third step is to substitute your known values into that formula. And the final step is to rearrange the formula to find your missing value. If you follow these 4 steps, you'll be able to find the value of the missing side. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. So in the first example, I want to find the missing side A in the right angled triangle. So to do that, I first need to decide if I'm using sine, cos or tan. And to make that decision, I need to have a look at what information I have. So first, I have a look at my specified angle, which is 35 degrees. And I need to have a look at what 2 sides in relation to that 35 degree angle do I know. So I know that I've got the opposite side and I know I've got the hypotenuse side. So when I've got the opposite and hypotenuse side, I need to use sine as my trigonometry ratio. So the next step is to write the formula for sine. So sine of the angle is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now the next step is going to be to substitute in the known values. So I know the value of the angle and the value of the hypotenuse side. So this time when I write the formula, it's going to be sine and the value of my angle is 35, is equal to, now I don't know the opposite side, but it is labeled A. So I'm going to use A over the hypotenuse side being 6. So now that I've substituted in my known values, I need to rearrange the formula to find out the value of A or the value of my missing side. So to do that, I need to get A by itself. At the moment, I am dividing by 6. So I need to times this side by 6 and times this side by 6. So 6 times sine 35 is going to equal A. So using my calculator, I know that 3.44 is going to equal A. So my missing side is equal to 3.44 centimeters. So let's have a look at another example. So in the second example, I want to find the value of the missing side F. So to have a look at what information I do know, I know my specified angle is up the top and it's 32 degrees. I also know that I've got my hypotenuse side and I also know my adjacent side. So when I've got my adjacent and my hypotenuse side, I'm going to use cos as my trigonometry ratio. So now that I've determined to use cos, the first part of my working out is writing the formula. So cos of the angle is going to equal adjacent over the hypotenuse. Now the next step is to substitute in my known values. And I know my angle, I know my hypotenuse is 34.6 and my adjacent side has been labelled F. So cos of 32 is going to equal F divided by 34.6. So now that I've substituted in my known values, I want to find my missing value of F by rearranging the formula. So at the moment, I'm dividing F by 34.6. So to get F by itself, I want to do the opposite, which is going to be times 34.6. And what I do to one side, I need to do to the other side. So that is going to become 34.6 times cos 32, which is equal to F. So using my calculator, I know that 29.34 centimeters is going to equal 2f. So I can add that in to my diagram.